Nintendo just told people not to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. They said, oh, you don't like our $80 games? Oh, you don't like our $600 handheld? Well, you can still just play on your little peasant Nintendo Switch 1, you brokey. And instantly, the internet is roasting them because this is exactly what happened with the launch of the Xbox One. In case you weren't around for it, we're going to show you because everybody's instantly posting it. When the Xbox One was about to come out, a lot of people were like, okay, I don't want to buy a console that's so expensive with a camera aimed at my junk. And they said, oh, you don't like the Xbox One? Well, good news. You can go buy an Xbox 360, you brokey. And yeah, it caused pretty much the entire Xbox One launch to collapse. That's not a joke. The president of Xbox even had to resign and stuff. But let's talk about Nintendo's statement and take a look at it because people are instantly flaming the hell out of them. Also, they just canceled pre-orders in Canada. Let's get into it. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So... This is Don Matrick. I can't believe that we're really going back to literally one of the biggest blunders ever, but here it is. Nintendo says it understands that some consumers aren't able to afford the Nintendo Switch 2, but good news, you can still buy the Nintendo Switch 1. And yeah, I like all the PTSD. I love the war footage. Oh my god, instantly somebody made the Nintendo Switch 2 Don Matrick. Oh no. It's over. Oh my god, this is so bad. I want to actually take a look at the comments here. This is from Nintendo Everything. Oh my god, they called us brokies. They're definitely trying to prolong the lifespan of the Nintendo Switch because especially if Nintendo continues to cater to indie developers. You'd think they'd learn. I'm staying with the Switch 1 for the time being. After my experience with the PS5 sticker shock, I've got no rush for the Switch 2. This reminds me of that exec that said you can just buy the Xbox 360. Everybody, I love the fact that everybody is freaking out because honestly, I do believe that this is coming from a place of ego. I do truly believe the fact that it's not that Nintendo is overstepping. It is legitimately that Nintendo believes we've got the most diehard fans that buy the most games. Last night they announced that they've now crossed 850 million games sold or something insane. They're literally now the highest selling brand of all time. And I mean, half that's probably Pokemon, but a lot of it's Mario and Zelda. I think they legitimately did the math and said, you know, even if everybody doesn't buy it, they, by their own admission, they have $13.5 million in the bank. Or sorry, not million, billion. Nintendo is currently sitting on $13.5 billion of saved up profit. And I think they're basically on, okay, even if some people don't buy the Switch 2, those pay pigs will love it. Those little hogs will slop it up. Oh, you love your little $80 games, piggy. The fact that they're charging $10 for the tutorial of the Nintendo Switch, this clearly shows the fact that they're literally at a point where they do not care. And I think it's interesting to see this amount of hubris, this amount of ego, because Nintendo has been classically, especially for the last 20 years, they have been the trendsetter in a lot of ways. I think having Reggie Fils-Aimé as the president of Nintendo, having a personable person, like having a guy who is the face of Nintendo, that way a guy can come out on stage and be like, I'm excited for the 3DS. Here's why you should be excited. Hey, here's the Nintendo Switch. Here's the Wii U. Here's why we're excited for you to buy it. That worked so well. And now we're at a point where they just feel like every other faceless, soulless giant conglomerate. You will buy the product. You will defend the product. I am shocked. I'm glad that people are instantly giving this the blowback. This is a horrible take from Bowser, basically saying if you can't afford this, just buy our outdated tech from 2017. Speaking of someone who pre-ordered the thing as soon as it was available, I live in Sweden. I think the price is justified based on the specs. This is a low blow by Bowser. You're known for being the budget option, so no wonder people are mad at the price. This is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant take. You are literally the company that has historically, in their own books, I have the book by Satoru Iwata, the previous president of Nintendo, specifically talking about, yeah, our tech is underpowered, so it's cheap, so you can buy 3 consoles and give them to each of your kids and do ad hoc local play of Mario Kart or Among Us or whatever. You guys have historically been the fun, cheap family brand, and now you're trying to, outprice PlayStation, outprice Xbox, and if anybody questions it, you're gonna poo-poo them? Psycho behavior. But here's the other part of it that's absolutely crazy. Nintendo just 30 minutes ago said, oh, we were actually about to start doing pre-orders in Canada tomorrow. We've canceled it. They're literally just saying, okay, any place that might even be touched by tariffs, we're also going to jack up the price. They haven't said the official price yet. I think it's pretty obvious that the price of the Nintendo Switch after tariffs, it's probably going to be over $500. I think it's going to be $550 or $600 for the Switch 2. I'm hoping I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. But this one-word reaction is perfect. Yikes. I've seen a ton of people posting lately that the current head of Nintendo of America, Doug Bowser, the guy who keeps posting these incredibly stupid things like, oh, we love our $80 games and you better love them too. This guy used to work for EA. He used to be a very hype executive. He was the vice president of the Electronic Arts. They put that guy in charge of Nintendo of America. I think we are truly at a point where Nintendo has very much got lost in the sauce. Now, my major question, and I hope we get an answer to this soon, is will the blowback work? I do truly believe in my heart of hearts that the launch is going to be catastrophic. We're talking low as heck numbers, low pre-order, low day one sales, low attach rate. People are straight up going to say, okay, I'm not going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 that's mostly just paid upgrades to Nintendo Switch 1 games. I've already seen a bunch of people saying, yeah, man, Metroid Prime 4 looked great. I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4. I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 for decades at this point, but I'm going to play it on Nintendo Switch 1. I'm not paying $600 for a system that, yes, admittedly does make it look better, but this cannot be a one-system game. The first 6 months of the original Nintendo Switch was very rough. People have forgotten this now, but it was very, very rough because the pickings were slim. A lot of developers did not jump on board. It didn't really have a very big launch window. It's pretty much just a Zelda machine until we got Mario Odyssey, which ended up blowing everybody's minds. I am afraid about the fact that because this has such a tiny launch lineup, it doesn't even have Metroid Prime coming at launch, I do actually believe that this thing is going to flop, and my hope is that Nintendo listens to it and says, okay, we were wrong. Okay, we are going to drop the price. Okay, games are going back to $60. But at this point, with Doug Bowser having a say, I think the prices are staying the same. They'd rather have big old pay piggies and no brokies allowed. Sorry, the Nintendo hobby is just not for you. I got another video made already. It's actually edited and I have it done. It's ready to go up. I'm going to post that later today. I did a whole video about why I feel like $80 games specifically, it's going to break the industry. If people follow the Nintendo trend, I think this is going to be very, very bad. But how do you feel about the price of the Nintendo Switch? And are you still excited for it? Because even if you're buying it, I feel like at the very least, this has tainted the hype exponentially. But thank you for watching this video. If you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. My God, Nintendo, you do not want to become Xbox, buddy. People get mad that I've made 800 videos called Xbox is dead. But at this point, I don't even make those videos anymore because, well, they're dead. And you don't want to copy off Xbox's homework. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.